Hatha Yoga friends, I'm Jen. Welcome. In today's class, we're going to take a look at the Sphinx and the Seal, which is similar to the Cobra in a Hatha Yoga practice. This is a Yin class, though, and a Yin explanation. If this is your first time to this channel, please make sure that you subscribe and click the bell so that you don't miss out on any other great videos. Let's get started. For the Cobra, we're going to need to lay flat onto our bellies. Now, if you are expecting and you are past your 16 weeks, congratulations, but the Cobra is not for you. If you are pregnant and you want to get a really nice stretch for your lower back, the option for you is to come into your tabletop. So let's start there. We'll come into a tabletop with the wrists here underneath the shoulders and the knees and hips in line. We'll take a breath in and lift up through the heart space. Draw the shoulders away from your ears to gaze forward. Exhale, round through the spine and tuck your chin towards your sternum. Inhale, lift and arch. Exhale, tuck and round. Again, if you are pregnant or perhaps you have very chronic lower back pain and you notice that you're not feeling comfortable in either the Sphinx or the Seal, then you can come to this, just arching and rounding through the spine. To take a break, you can take the big toes to touch here and the knees wide to sink the hips back into a child's pose and just to lay the heart center forward to your comfortable capacity. That is your first option, folks. The next option we're going to take, if it's accessible for you, is to come to lay flat onto the floor. Now, you'll notice here with a Yin class, the feet come a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And you want to have a sense of lightness and no restriction through the hips, fronts and back. So let's just wiggle the hips from left to right. You can stack your hands and place your forehead down here as you release the lower spine. And then we'll move into a stillness. So again, depending on how your back feels, maybe just laying on your belly here is enough to get a bit of a compression through the lower spine. And what you can do is start to take some deeper breaths here, allowing the belly to press into the floor, witnessing the breath as it lengthens through the spine. So through the lower spine, the lumbar spine, all the way up through the thoracic to the cervical. Exhale, releasing, softening. If you want to go a little bit deeper, what we do is take the thumbs to touch the inside of our elbows here. And then we walk those elbows back, maybe in line with the shoulders. And again, we'll have a little bit of a wiggle, soften the fronts and the backs of the hips. And from here, you can either raise the gaze, giving a stretch from the navel center to the chin, or if you would like, you can tuck your chin down towards the sternum, bringing a stretch here for the upper part of your neck. Go ahead and explore, find a variation that works best for you. All Yin postures are held for a minimum of 2 minutes. We want to create a sense of softness and easing through the joints here. Let's go ahead and take 3 or 4 breaths here. You can choose to stay in one of those earlier variations that we talked about, or if you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can point your toes here up towards the ceiling. Notice as you raise the heels high that you have this tendency to start tightening through the lower spine again. So bring that softness into the lower back and the fronts of the hips. And again, the chin can lift or the head can hang, maybe a little bit of both, so that you provide a stretch for the whole spine. You'll take 3 or 4 breaths here, just allowing the body to soften. You can choose to stay here or release to an earlier version. If you want to go a little bit deeper, friends, just take your feet to the floor again, or hip distance apart. Turn your fingertips to that front edge of your mat, and then we're going to press down through the the palms, lifting the elbows off the floor, and then we'll just walk the hands back towards the hips. Make sure that you're not squeezing through the glutes, that you're softening through the torso. It becomes a little bit more firm for the practice of the shoulders here, but again, you can raise the gaze or tuck the chin, whatever feels best for your neck and whatever stretch you're looking for at the moment. If you're happy here, you can raise the toes again, softening the front and the back of the glutes. Let's go ahead and soften here. We'll take another 4 breaths. Eyes closed. Gentle gaze into the heart. Releasing any unnecessary tension in the body. Release. We're going to take the feet back to the floor. Either take the hands or the forearms forward, rolling down through the spine. We're going to take a nice little break here. So take your hands to cactus arms, elbows about shoulder height, palms touch the floor. Turn your head either to the right or the left. And just allow your body to release here. You can rock the hips momentarily. You can point the toes to the ceiling again and just rock the feet right to left. And then we'll just rest in stillness, unless, of course, the movement feels better for you. Take 5 breaths here, using the breath to gently massage the spine. And take 1 more soft breath here. And gently lift up through the chest. Take your elbows here underneath your shoulders. We have 2 options to come out of this. We can come into a kneeling plank, which is a little bit firm for the body, or come right into a child's pose. So if you know that you need to just come into a child's pose to release the body, please do so. We'll end up there anyway, but it's always nice to strengthen the front line of the body after we do these arches for the spine. So I'll get you to tuck your toes under and just come up onto your knees. Now once you're here, draw the navel back through the spine, so you're sort of arching the back, or rounding through the back here in the opposite direction of the Cobra. Keep your hips low. You can stay here, engaging through the core, or you can lift your knees off the floor and just press back into your heels. Again, this is just a nice way to strengthen the front of the body, to turn back on those muscles and re-engage. Take 3 more breaths. And then we'll take the knees to the floor. We'll sink back through the hips, big toes touching knees wide. Child's pose, torso in between the thighs, palms turn towards the ceiling and the forehead to the floor. We'll take a couple more breaths here. Last breath in. Walk the hands back towards the hips, lengthen up through the torso, and come back into our comfortable seat. Thank you for joining me today, friends. If you have any questions or comments about how to do this posture, or if you'd like some more assistance, please leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a beautiful